Morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke, together with Reverend Yutaka Yamada. Today is Saturday, the 4th of October 2025, or the 13th of August in the 13th year of Chongyol Guk. Thank you all for coming, and let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, Chanji Champumninge Kyombe. Paro. Let's recite our family pledge both in Korean and English.
가전맨세 4. 전일국 주인 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 찬조 이사인 천주교 대가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 4. Our family, the owner of Chongyol-guk, pledges to build the universal family, encompassing heaven and earth, which is the Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation, and perfect the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness by centering on true love. Thank you, and I'd like to share Mother's prayer at the New Year celebration breakfast with Chongyol-guk leaders that she gave on the 1st of January 2024. The year of the Blue Dragon, the 12th year of Chongyol-guk. In this year of the Blue Dragon, all negative energy will dissipate. And now, as we are approaching the 13th year, a number symbolizing completion, we must finalize all aspects of the entrance ceremony into the Chongwon-gung and the Chonghul Sanctum. Just as the heavens have blessed us with pure white snow, completely free of shadows and negative energy, this year is of great importance. Therefore, we must all unite for the sake of the providence. So let's enter this hopeful 12th year of Chongyol-guk fully prepared in every way with perfect order and organization. Arju. Thank you. And let's offer a warm welcome to Reverend Yutaka as he shares this morning.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining today's morning hundoke. Today is Saturday, the end of the week. So time is quickly flying now. After Turumada entered to the detention center, today's already 13th days. So as you know, Korea, the October in Korea is really getting cool or even getting cold. So from summer to autumn or winter. So now in Korea, the weather temperature is really getting cold now. And in the detention center, surely they don't treat mother specially, just the same as another person. And mother's age is already more than 82 years old, and health condition is also not good. And continuously our lawyer appealing this point, and even doctor is talking these things, but they are not accepting those requests, and continuously they are doing the interview or investigation. So during the investigation time period, usually one time they do 5 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, but Turumada never insist about her own physical condition, but continuously telling about God's will. Mother is the only begotten daughter Holy Mother Han, and Mother is continuously doing as the Mother of Peace, and also for Heavenly Parents' providence. So we can see Mother's concern and purpose is just one thing, to testify and fulfill the God's dream or providence. That's why, of course, sometimes Mother is say strongly why Korea originally have to accept our heavenly parent and true parents well, but the nation of Korea, people of Korea, why they could not recognize. So Mother is also mentioning those points, but Mother is focusing is continuously to let them understand and share or testify our heavenly parent or God's providence. So through even these things, we could understand our mother's focus and attitude is always that point. Then what kind of point we should think? And what kind of things is the mother's wish and hope for each of us and also ourselves? Yesterday I mentioned a little bit. We are having the meeting with leadership, and also we are listening about message from Shinchuren missionary. They are also mentioning that some people try to insist some kind of a demonstration or try to attack the government, or even some member is complaining or blaming the leaders. So, of course, maybe their motivation is because of loving mother and because of the angriness or sadness of this current situation, and they want to express those heart, or they really want to save the mother. That's why some people try to do or showing this action uh, to the people. But uh, one more time, we have to stand and we have to think well. What is our central point or attitude? Each person have our own thinking, own idea, and own thought, own circumstances. But before that, what is our mother's thinking now? And now current situation, what is mother's prayer, and also what is mother's thought? And whatever we do, whatever we try to do, so this action or behavior is the same things which the mother wish us to do or not. So in this point, our missionary, Shinchil missionary, have the inheritors of heaven's love and blessing, and True Parents for Position Foundation, they are emphasizing this point. So we don't know how long the mother should stay in the detention center, getting shorter or getting longer. But mother said, surely time will solve and ending moment will come. So that's why we really have to pray and support. And even mother is strongly having this kind of will, but our concern is to mother's physical body or health. So we have to really pray for mother, especially mother's health. This is important things. So always let's connect with mother's will and mother's wish. This is our critical point. And Mother is knowing which we are offering Chanson every day, and spiritual world surely would be settle or clean up because of Chanson. So mother is all the time communicating with God and heavenly parents and pray for us. So when true mother will come out from the detention center, surely mother try to share many contents together with the heaven's providence. So for that moment, we have to prepare, and we have to welcome our true mother. So each day, each moment, our activity, our investment is really important. So we will pray for mother, but in the same time, we will also reflect ourselves and prepare well. So each day is the precious time. Let's continuously do our special Johnson condition. Okay, so thank you for joining today. I'd like to share some photo. So this is yesterday Chanshun prayer in Sydney side. Thank you for joining all the time. And you can see this panel. This is the panel for the testifying our heavenly parent and true parents and our movement. So Sydney side is doing many activities every day. So this is also Chansong. This is a New Zealand side and also Palau. And surely another country are doing also Chansong. So let's support continuously. Okay. Okay, so thank you very much. Now there are the Hyojun briefing, which were explaining the current Korean situation. So I received this message 2 days ago. Dr. President Son Yeon-chun, the national leader of Korea, shared this message. So we could read these things, then we can also go to the message of True Mother. Okay, so Sister Jean, please.
Hyojong briefing. Beloved and respected blessed families and members across the nation. Today we have once again been confronted with profound sorrow, as though the very heavens were falling upon us. Upon hearing that the appeal to reconsider the justness of True Mother's detention has been rejected, our hearts have been filled with unspeakable grief.
Yes, thank you. So 2 days ago, we appeal to release our True Mother, but it was really rejected again. So it's really so sad things. Please.
In the face of this reality, where our earnest hope to seek the truth through the law has been disregarded, we cannot help but express our profound regret and once again raise the question of justice and conscience in this land. We are unable to suppress our devastating heartache at this decision, which shows no respect or understanding for the Mother of Peace, who has devoted her entire life solely to the peace and harmonious coexistence of humankind. However, brothers and sisters, rather than remaining immersed in grief, now it is the time to lift our heads. Though our present sorrow pierces our hearts, to succumb to despair would be to turn away from the victorious history that true parents have forged through their blood and tears. The cross that Mother bears today is not an ending, but a providential milestone that heralds a new beginning. Just as true Father once walked the path of suffering that led to glory, we firmly believe that the way True Mother is now taking is likewise a holy course that to fulfill the higher will of heaven.
Yes, thank you. So our lawyer side, they really try to do their best, and also our leaders, brothers and sisters, is continuously offering prayer and chansong in front of the detention center. So we could see our side, they are trying to do our best, and even result is still not good or not yet appearing well, but how we can accept our current situation and how we can do whatever we can do in each place. This is important. Now, Tirimada is carrying on the all things inside of the detention center together with really the sacrificing for Tirimada's herself. But we have to really understand, even we have to depend, we have to determine through these circumstances. This is important things for us to do that. Please.
Even as she remains alone behind cold bars, True Mother's heart aches, not for her own safety and well-being, but with concern that her sons and daughters might lose heart. Contemplating this sacrificial love, let us engrave once more upon our hearts the words of love she has bestowed upon us. Do not worry about me. Do not pray for me. Instead, pray and offer devotion for yourselves and your families, for our church, and for the fulfillment of our Heavenly Parents' will.
Yes, so mother's wish never change. How we can fulfill heaven's dream and heaven's providence and heaven's wishes, and even also concern and love our brothers and sisters. So those things is the heart of our true mother. So first of all, how can we understand and also inherit the heart of mother, unite with us, with our the heart of mother? This is really important for us to do well. Please.
These words are not merely words of comfort. They are a beacon of hope that illuminates the way forward and a solemn command for us to uphold. In response, the Family Federation humbly and firmly pledges, in attendance of True Mother's profound will, to overcome today's trial with dignity and move forward unwaveringly, declaring our position. Though our hearts burn with anguish and darkness lies before our eyes, we shall follow Mother's words, transforming sorrow into courage and sublimating tears into prayer as we advance with quiet determination.
Yes, thank you. So this should be our determination together with our true mother and together with our all brothers and sisters, how we can accept and how we can overcome and also face these current circumstances and also go forward. This is the way we will do, and the things is the mother's hope and even our direction to us. Please.
First, we express our profound regret over the court's decision. We will continue to bear witness to True Mother's innocence to the very end. Though the light of truth may be temporarily obscured, it can never be hidden forever. We shall not cease our efforts through legal and peaceful means until the day her unjust suffering is resolved and her honor restored.
Yes. So, because this word is the national leader of Korea. Officially, this message is also in the website, and surely this message is going to media or to our members internally and even the externally. So all leadership is officially sharing or telling those message as the representative. But you can see, we shall not cease our efforts through legal or peaceful means until the day her unjust suffering is resolved and her honor restored. So that's why more peaceful way, prayer, and sharing this message instead of violation, fighting or accusing. So we can see those heart and also attitude of our side. Please.
Second, we will use this time of trial as an opportunity to strengthen the bonds of our faith community. The greater the external challenges, the more firmly we must stand united around True Mother. Let us set aside our voices of doubt or criticism towards one another and instead offer warm comfort and encouragement, demonstrating the maturity of a mutually supportive, loving, and united community. May our tears become prayers that move heaven, and may our devotions become candles that illuminate the truth.
Thank you. So before True Mother's, the moment of the entering detention center, we can see there are many division or struggling. And even after mother entered to the detention center, also there are many division struggling or judging or blaming. But we should really reflect ourselves, and we have to understand the meaning of this sacrificial offering in this current situation. Centering on true mother, really we have to repent our attitude and our behavior and totally unite with our true mother, all our brothers and sisters, leaders of blessed families. This is the moment, this is the things we should do now, currently. That's why those attitude or moment encourage each other, pray and support, and develop the unity of the community. So this is important also, guidance to ourselves. Please.
Third, we will view this hardship as a mirror for reflection and remain steadfast in our efforts toward renewal, striving to become a more trusted and exemplary community. Following the path of renewal that True Mother has urged us to walk, we will examine ourselves and address areas where we have fallen short. Through this process, we will stand firm as a community of true love, serving as the light and salt of society.
Yes, through this process, we will stand firm as a community of true love, serving as the light and salt of society. So we will go forward with this determination. Please.
Beloved brothers and sisters, just as the deepest darkness of the night heralds the dawn's first light, let us firmly believe that this present suffering is not an end that plunges us into despair, but rather heaven's providence, preparing us to greet a morning of greater glory. When our faith and love are one, heaven will surely be with us. Let us unite with more earnest prayer, more steadfast faith, and more fervent love to cross together this river of tribulation.
October 2nd, 2025, Family Federation for World Peace and Unification, Korea. So this is the official statement by our President Yon Chon-son, the national leader of Korea. So we can see those messages. So we can receive the latest update all the time, and even we can share those messages to our Sunday service or online or brothers and sisters. So through receiving those messages, let's continuously connect well and align together, centering on our mother's wish and heaven's providence. So this is the message from Korea. Thank you. So today, let's continue the message of True Mother, the only begotten daughter, True Mother, in the words of True Parents, the fall of humanity's first ancestors, and the unfulfilled ideal of creation. So let's study, please.
God, the Creator, brought this world into being for the sake of all humankind, God's beloved sons and daughters, with the intention of realizing the ideal of one family of humanity under God, a joyful world of freedom, peace, unity, and equality. However, due to the fall of our first ancestors, motivated by excessive desire when it was not yet time, the world deteriorated into an unhappy place filled with oppression and conflict and discrimination and division. This was far removed from the world of the original ideal that God had envisaged from the beginning. Thus, God, the vertical true parent of humankind, could not take the position of the heavenly parent, with the result that the human race, created to be God's sons and daughters, instead ended up as orphans, having no relationship with God.
Yes, thank you. God's dream would be fulfilled through God's children, but it is not fulfilled from the beginning of the moment of creation of the children. There is the growing period, there is the responsibility, and there is the time which it will be fulfilled. But how was the first ancestor of humanity? Instead of seeking the God's will, they try to do centering on own will, own thought, and own desire. Because of this, heaven's will and ideal was lost, and the miserable or sad history was started from the human fall. So once again, we can realize, or we can also recognize the sad history which was lost the parent and also the current miserable situation. Please.
God gave human beings a responsibility during their period of growing to maturity. People were meant to grow up looking only at God and maintaining a position of unity with God through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience. However, our first ancestors began to reflect on themselves and develop an ambition to become like God. Because they developed this kind of desire at the wrong time, our first ancestors fell.
Yes, thank you. When we see our growing period of the children were born on this earth as the baby time and also go through the childhood time, youth time, and to get older or growing well. So in the beginning, children's concern is only for parent concern and even the brothers and sisters or person outside for the others. And children is thinking about the parents' happiness or happiness for others. This attitude was original attitude of even the person who are the born in the beginning of this human history. And through parents, through others, they could recognize themselves. But how was the result of the human fall? Instead of seeing others, they focus on self first. And the selfish or selfless, the selfness, those concept has been started from that moment, and that become the starting point of the human history. Please.
The world of the original ideal of creation is a world without the pain of disease. It is a world of heart filled with true love, where human beings, born as heavenly parents' sons and daughters, enjoy long and happy lives in harmony with all things of creation and return joy and glory to Heavenly Parent. However, due to the fall of our first ancestors, the realization of this ideal was tragically delayed. Rather than living in a world of heart filled with true love, people ended up living unhappy lives with endless tears and sadness in a world of disease and suffering. However, as the original parent of humanity, God could not leave them in this state and unfolded a tumultuous providence of restoration marked by deep anguish and hardship. Over the long 6,000 years of human history, striving again and again to embrace those lost children who were living without being able to see or understand.
Yes, thank you. What is the world of the original ideal of creation? So I will read the first paragraph. The world of the original ideal of creation is a world without the pain of disease. It is a world of heart filled with true love, where human beings born as heavenly parents, sons and daughters, enjoy long and happy lives in harmony with all things of creation and return joy and glory to heavenly parent. So this world is the world which our heavenly parent had wished in the beginning, and even currently and even for the future. But how about the current society, the result of the human fall? People are facing or under the suffering or painful moment, or even having the pain and just living current circumstances. So we could see differences between God's plan and also the current circumstances. So this is the final slide today, please.
As we have observed and experienced in life, a mother is deeply attuned to the sound of her baby's cries. She sees her child's pain clearly. When a mother hears her small child crying in pain, she immediately rushes to that son or daughter and will do anything within her power to help. This is because the mother's entire attention and concern are devoted to her children. If this is true for us as human beings, how much more would it be so for our Heavenly Parent, especially our Heavenly Mother? Because humankind has failed to recognize and attend God as our Heavenly Parent, the world has been marked by suffering, weighed down by oppression, conflict, discrimination, and division. Heavenly Parent's heart aches unceasingly at the sound of the desperate voices of all the sons and daughters who are crying out in anguish, particularly those affected by incurable diseases.
Yes, thank you. This is exactly the love of parent. I believe many of you became the parent, so or you could understand the heart of parents. Once, how about your life? Once you have a children, before having the children, your life is just between husband and wife. But after having the baby or children, our life purpose, target of priority would be totally changed because the children, parents' concern is more for the parents. Love or embrace and even the feel that, especially mother is mentioning about the mother's heart. So many of mother is here. So you could see, you could also understand. Then how about our heavenly parent? Heavenly parent is our parent. So always, also, heavenly parent is concerning ourselves and thinking ourselves and also loving us and together with us all the time. When we will be happy, Heavenly Parent will be happy. When we feel pain or sadness, our Heavenly Parent also will be pain and sadness. So this is the parents. Our Heavenly Parents is also same. And of course our earthly parents is same. So through these things, we can understand really the ideal of creation and the will and dream of our Heavenly Parent, and also current situation. It is totally different. It is totally changed. That's why our true parent is sacrificing her life and share the continuously this message to us. Please restore, please fulfill, and let's really achieve the wish of our Heavenly Parent and restore all humanity's painfulness and also release from current circumstances. So through this message, we could also understand and we could also realize again and again. So now, today, still Tirimada is in the detention center 13 days. But Mada is continuously go forward, patient and carrying on the current circumstances. That's why in the same time, we will also do the things we can do and which our Heavenly Parent wish to each of us. So each day, each moment is the special moment. Let's continuously offer our Johnson and sincere investment and offer the happiness to our heavenly parent and true parents. So thank you for joining today's morning hundoke. Have a great time. 감사합니다. Rev John.
All right. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Rev Yutaka, for sharing. And thank you, everyone, for coming and attending and really reflecting. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, everyone together. Yeah, just reflecting on Mother's time and how really it's up to us to move forward as we know and to really be there for Mother. I'm sure many people are thinking about that and also after hearing recently that with this coming Chuseok festival that Mother won't be able to receive any visitors, so she'll be alone during that period. And we really want to make sure her health and her safety is looked after and maintained. And I hope that that all the necessary arrangements can be made and that quickly the Mother can have her time there finished. And then that can be the end of it. But we know that that there are many negative forces that are influencing. So we want to be a positive and really help and support at this time. And thinking of in comparison. When Jesus was alone on the cross, we know that Mother very much is not alone, even though she'll be physically alone, and especially during this holiday time, not being able to see anyone. But we are doing what I think the disciples were unable to do. We know that Jesus prayed 3 times in the Garden of Gethsemane, and the disciples were just asked to stay awake, but they couldn't do it. There was many opportunities for his disciples to help and support, but as we know, Jesus was alone. And I think this time, in some ways, can be parallel, but we together collectively are really supporting Mother, and Mother has already expressed that she feels the love of the members and doesn't feel alone. And for us as to always do our best and go forward. So just listening to the message about Mother just makes me feel that we can be more proactive and really do our responsibility. Anyway, some thoughts this morning, and thank you, and open up to anyone else who'd like to share. Go ahead. Yes, Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, morning everyone, and I'll just go over my thoughts process for the last couple of days, kind of an admission and a realization. And yesterday, through the morning devotion, Candice brought up the subject of going onto social media, and I thought it was a good one. And but then Rev Yamada came on and reminded us or spoke about not to do things of our own thinking, and I was very critical of that. I didn't agree with that opinion. And I spoke to some other members about that, and they felt the same. So this feeling is out there. But through the Friday night devotion last night and the devotion this morning, I came to realize the danger, the whole motivation of what's going on. And this whole court case really has come about because of the fear of us being critical of the current government. That's really what it's about. You know, we are forming a political party, and our movement is very, very powerful politically. And so I realized that it's very dangerous if we become critical. If people get on social media, for instance, and start criticizing the current government, it's really not what Mother wants us to do. And she's been very careful not to do that. And then as inspiration became clear, even Father did the same through all his court cases. He never got up and said, "Oh, you corrupt justice people." He just went through and became a model example of wherever situation he was in. So anyway, I just wanted to state my process that I went through, and I think I can understand now about we have to be very careful about our attitude and what we're expressing publicly. Anyway, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Yeah. Now, yes, Jeff, go ahead.
I don't necessarily think Candice would want to express any negativity, but anyway, what she was going to put
I
on.
wasn't saying that, Jeff, at all.
Okay, all right, that's
Please
fine.
don't say that.
Well, I'm not sure what you were saying then, but anyway, I understand.
Saying was, if social media is put out there, it's not just Candice will be on it, it'll be a lot of other people. And just as what's happening around Korea and everywhere else, there are many members with many attitudes that we are trying to correct. So the danger of having a public social media input, that's the danger. I wasn't speaking about Candice. Because it's happening now, and that's what they're trying to correct. That's exactly what Mother doesn't want, and it is happening. So please don't say that.
But you started off by saying Candice.
What I said was, please listen to me properly. I said Candice made the suggestion it might be good to go onto social media and express our feelings about what's happening to Mother. And my inspiration was I realised the danger of that if we don't have the correct attitude. Okay, that's all.
Okay. Anyway, for me anyway, it's a time to explain to people through social media what Mother has been saying and some of her kind words, that we are one family under God. We are all God's sons and daughters. People should know what Mother, actually what she is about. But anyway, never mind about that at this moment in time. My thoughts were anyway that I think that what we are experiencing through this time is a deeper kind of, I can say, suffering course that Heavenly God has been going through. And I don't think that our hearts have been at that level of Shinjong previously. Although we participated in opening the Chonwan Gun, it was a very external kind of wonderful thing that Mother has done to leave this incredible legacy and education at the Chonwan Gun. But I think probably our level of sacrifice or conditions to be there wasn't up to what it should have been. And I think some of you who are outside in that terrible coldness might have paid some of the price, you know, for that, to go to Korea and go through that difficulty being outside. And even Jacinda said she felt so bad and almost negative, you know, because of the experience of the coldness. And so so I think that I think all of us, when Mother is locked up in the detention center, we also are feeling great pain and struggling really to keep right mind and right heart. And so I think this is probably a necessary thing for us to go to a deeper level of heart and understanding the price that's been paid for true parents to come and to have done what they have done. Anyway, just a few thoughts just about the difficulty may be necessary for us to go through this to reach that deeper level of heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Yes, Rev Yutaka?
Okay, thank you. So yeah, I'm happy if Mr. Chris understood well and this current situation. That's why just he shared his realization process from yesterday until today. And my message to yesterday is not targeting for the Mrs. Candace. This is really for the general things. Because now maybe if you see many blog or website or many message, really many member have a heart of the righteousness and try to correct the government, try to correct people, and try to do many things. But that's why our the missionary, Shincheru missionary, especially requested those things is really helping mother or not, or really this is the wishes of the mother or not. Of course, we have to testify is okay. Our who is true parents, who is our true mother, what is the peace movement. This kind of a testimony or announcement is okay, but we have to think and choose the word well. We are here as the member, but we are also representative of this movement together. Whatever we say, our news, media, police, they are really checking and getting immediately. In Korean news, even capture the things which our national leader of America, our President Dankri, some kind of the announcement or encourage member to do something, everything will be captured by news. And they make some kind of make a story. Or now the the president of Family Federation try to do something, member try to do something. That's why really each of our attitude or action really have to think is that even representative of our true mother. So what kind of things we can do and what kind of things really mother wish. So this attitude or behavior is important. So that's why I just deliver the message of Shinchu Shinin missionary or leadership things. So let's also remind well and also do well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rev Yutaka. Yes, Kathy, go ahead.
One of the things that Mother said is that we should fulfill our responsibility. And I thought, well, how can I do that? And so I thought, well, the most important thing was Tribal Messiah for me. Back in May 23, I should be in Spirit World, but I wasn't. And then when I came back to New Zealand, I made a promise that I would go offer the Chonshin One prayer every night. And I've missed a few nights, but I continue to do it every single night between 2 and 5 or 1 and 4 or whatever it is. And during one of those sessions, it was Spirit World is really, really desperate, wanting to help us. They want to help us in whatever way they can. And one of the things that they said was pray for wisdom, pray for courage, pray for different things. So before I go out each day, I do a little prayer and I report, please give me wisdom I'm going to do this today. I want to visit my cousin, or I want to do this. Please give me wisdom that the words I speak are your words of truth and whatever they are. So last Monday, I went and visited my cousin who had had an operation on her leg, and I'd prayed beforehand, and she's about 40 minutes away out of Auckland, up north. And we had the most wonderful, wonderful time. She shared her heart so deeply, and I had never understood what she had gone through in her life. And I said, what a life you've been through. You kept this hidden for so long. We didn't know. And then I shared with her husband actually committed suicide, and I was able to liberate him. And their marriage was never consummated, even in 10 years. And anyway, at the summer great works, I was able to bless him. I'd written to Korea and explained the situation, what has gone on with this family and what has happened. And I went according to the situation. So then I was able to explain to my cousin, I didn't say that 430, lines on all our families and everything. And I said, what I've done is going to help all our family, your brothers, your sisters, and everyone. I never explained anything about what it meant. I just said the words liberated. And I never said blessings. I just used those words. And she said to me, hey, can you please liberate me? And I said, I think it's a bit more involved to do that. Liberate you. I'm going to go up and stay with her later on, and we can talk more deeply about it. And this is what I found. If I pray before I go out, pray for courage, Spirit really helps. And a amazing sister who knows that Mother's in prison, and he's asked me to take his son to Korea, to Champyong, so that he could live a good life, could learn good things from there. I said, can't you teach it yourself? You're a pastor and you want me to take him to Korea. These amazing things that are happening. And there's a lot of positivity. If we have the right attitude, fulfill our responsibility. I won't go onto social media. I just do the things I want to do, for the people I know and the people that I can, people that know me, and they've known me for a long time. They've known I've been with the Unification Church for so many years. They don't like it, but they know that they can trust me now and understand me more deeply. And I think that's the same with every single one of us. Every single one of us is so precious, so important, that we can do many things, just open our hearts to the people we know, and that goes on further. Anyway, that's all I want to say. There is great hope in this. We are so precious. Each one here is so precious and important. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Kathy. Yeah, very, very true. All right. Okay, it's time now. I suppose we can offer our unison prayer. I'll just bring up the screen. There it is. Okay. Thank you. Chew, chew, chew. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Rev Yutaka, for sharing, and let us always move forward and do our best. So thank you all, and see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good day.